Hi, boys and girls. Our letter for the week is the letter L. Capital L and lowercase l. We have someone who bought the L house here in the center of the flannel board, and the house was for sale. We always try to guess who could buy that house. It has to be someone that starts with the sound of L, which is
L. L. Then ooh. L. Then ooh. Every letter makes a sound. L. Then ooh.
So let's see. We have a lamb over here. We have a llama. Has to sound like ooh. So it couldn't be a bird or it couldn't be a camel. Try to guess. I'm going to reveal the sign and see if you are correct. It's a lion. And his name is Lenny, the Lord Lion. And he's going to be here all week to help us with the letter L. The sound of L, what the letter L looks like, and words that start with the sound of the letter L. So let's see. Lenny, the Lord Lion, has a very special vehicle. He drives a limousine, which is a really hard word. I'm going to say it again. Limousine. Sometimes you might hear someone say a limo, which is a very, very long, fancy car. They use them in weddings sometimes, or if you're maybe with older brothers and sisters going out to a dance, to the prom, they would drive in a very special, fancy car called a limousine. It means you're driving in luxury. So that's Lenny's job. He's Lenny, the Lord Lion. And Lenny loves something very, very special that he's going to take up on the train. He loves lollipops. If you remember from last year, Mr. L was made out of lemon lollipops. So we know that lions love lollipops. And his vehicle, which always gives us a laugh, he drives around on his lemon car. If you notice, there's a lollipop and a ladder connected to his lemon car. Lenny, the Lord Lion. Now, let's take a look. We're going to play our vocabulary game now with our words that sound and start with the letter L. I'm going to start with an easy one. The first one is a yellow fruit, and it's shaped like an oval. Yellow fruit, shaped like an oval. If you guessed lemon, you're correct. The next one is a hard candy that every boy and girl enjoys having for a special treat on a stick. A candy on a stick is a lollipop. So if you guess lollipop, that's correct. Now they're going to get a little trickier. The next one is, it gives us light in the nighttime. If you're on your way to bed, it might be on your nightstand, and it's something that you have to put a bulb into. It's an electric, something that gives us some light, sits on a table. If you guessed lamp, you are correct. A lamp. The next one has a long body. It's usually red, and their hands are called pincers. And it's really tasty to eat. Maybe some of your parents have this, something to eat. It lives in the ocean. If you guessed lobster, you are correct. We have 2 cards left. Well, this one's a little bit tricky. It's a reptile. We don't have those around here that we see very often. It's something that's green, has 4 legs, skinny tail, and really, really rough body. Skin feels very rough and picky. Starts with the letter L. Give you a little hint. If you said lizard, you're correct. our last one, boys and girls, is what kind of animal that's in the jungle. We don't have these around Old Forge as well, but they're tannish color. They have a mane, and they're known as king of the jungle. If you guessed lion, that's correct. So that leaves me with Lenny the Lord Lion. I'd like you to get ready now, boys and girls, to listen to his song. He's going to sing about the letter L and some words that start with the letter L.
I am Lord Lenny the Lion. I'm noble and I'm proud. Whenever I see the letter L, it makes me roar out loud. L gives a word a lovely sound, like lunch and laugh and learn, and love and lamp and lullaby, such fun words to learn. I'm Lord Lenny the Lion, with lots of stories to tell. I'll make you laugh and sing when I say words that begin with L. L gives a word a lovely sound, like lunch and laugh and learn, and love and lamp and lullaby, such fun words to learn. They're fun words to learn.
Next, boys and girls, from our Mr. Pencil series, we have a friend of Lenny the Lord Lion, Larry the Lion. There's Larry up in the corner. I'm going to play his song for us, and we're going to talk a little bit about it after we listen to the story 3 times. We'll listen very closely. You can follow my pointer. The first 2 times, make sure you're looking for those L's, capital L or maybe a lowercase. We know capital is important because Larry's name is important, so Larry would have a capital letter L, and most of the other ones are going to be the lowercase letter L. And then the 3rd time, we'll try and sing it together.
Wow! Look over there in the forest. Is that lion one of our alphabet friends? Sure, let's go meet Larry Lion.
Larry Lion, look down in your well. Wish for all the things you love that start with letter L. Lemon drops, lollipops, lemonade for sale. These are all my favorite things that start with letter L. Larry Lion, look down in your well. Wish for all the things you love that start with letter L. Lemon drops, lollipops, lemonade for sale. These are all my favorite things that start with letter L. Just the kids this
Here
time.
we go. Larry Lion, look down in your well. Wish for all the things you love that start with letter L. Lemon drops, lollipops, lemonade for sale. These are all my favorite things that start with letter L. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed Larry Lion's song, and he gave us some great ideas of words that start with the letter L. The word love, which we've been working on, building on our sight words. We talked a lot about the word love starts with an L. Our other sight word that we're building on, I love you. We've been working on that since Valentine's Day. And some of the things that Larry loved were lemon drops, lollipops, lemonade, and a list of friends that start with the letter L. And guess what? Think about someone in your class that his name starts with the letter L. It's a boy. It's way at the bottom down here. I don't know if we can zero in on it down there. If you guessed Luke, you are right. It starts with words like Linda and Lauren and Luke. Now, boys and girls, we're going to play the Lunchbox game. Boys and girls, this is our Lunchbox game. And this is a lunchbox I have here. You can use, if you don't have a lunchbox at home, you can use any kind of a box or even a tray, a shoebox. You can make one. That would be a lot of fun, something for you to keep you busy. And if you don't have one, you'll probably be purchasing one real soon, because a very exciting thing to do for kindergarten is to buy a lunchbox to pack your snack and your lunch if you want to bring your own lunch to school. So lunchboxes are a lot of fun. This is actually a Scooby-Doo fire department lunchbox. So the way you play this game is you can make the cards and put them on the table. You pick a card, and if it starts with the sound of L, it gets to go in the lunchbox. And if it doesn't, we're just going to put it to the side. So you can help me decide whether I should put it in the lunchbox or not. Boys and girls, I have a picture of a ladder. Ladder. If you said put it in the lunchbox, you were correct. Next picture are some lips. Lips. If that sound like lunch, start with the letter L. If you said yes, put it in your lunchbox. Lemons. Lemons. Does that sound like lunch? The same sound of the letter L. If you said yes to the lunchbox, you're right. Put that one in the lunchbox. A heart. Heart. When you find something that you don't think should go in the lunchbox, just say, no thank you. A leaf. Leaf and lunch. Do they have the same sound? Leaf. Should the leaf go in the lunchbox? Yes, please. A lion. And we just sang a little while ago about Larry and Lenny, the Lord Lion. So of course, the lion goes in the lunchbox. Now I have a log. A log is something you want to build a fire with if you're going camping, or if you have a fireplace in your home. A log. Log and lunch. Should that go in or no thank you? I think you said yes, in the lunchbox. A carpet. They look like the carpets that we use here at Tiny Tots to play on. We sometimes call them mats. So mat or carpet. Does that have the sound like lunch? Lunch. Carpet. No, thank you. This is a lock. This could be used on your bicycle, or if you're back door to a shed, something you want to keep safe, your lock. Lock, lunch. Do they sound the same? Yes, they do. Into the lunchbox with the lock. Now we have a sock. Sock, lunch. Should the sock go into the lunchbox? No, thank you. A lamp. A lamp, lunch. Do they sound the same with the sound of L? Yes, they do. Into the lunchbox. And the last picture is a ladybug. Ladybug and lunch. They start with the L sound, so the ladybug is going to go into the lunchbox. Now, boys and girls, this week you can do a lot of things with the letter L, and I have some examples here on the table. If you don't have these kind of blocks at home, but I probably think most of you do, you can make a ladder, since ladder starts with the letter L, and you can play the lion game. You could either name him Lion, Lenny the Lord, Larry, or maybe even Luke would be a great idea. And when you get a picture that starts with L, you move them up the ladder. Or you can have someone in your family give you just the word. You don't even need the picture. They can give you just words like apple. We won't move the lion for apple. Love. Love. So we would move the lion for love. Table. You would not. So you get the idea. Maybe your parents can help you with this lion and the ladder game. And then over here I have some blocks. We know we love to play with blocks at Tiny Tots. So you can build the letter L's by just using 5 blocks going down and then 3 blocks across. Same with the links. We have these links at Tiny Tots, and maybe you have these at home. If you do, you can make the letter L with the links, because links start with L. Lots of links we have here at Tiny Tots. And then, boys and girls, last but not least, you can make some lollipops. Make some capital lollipops and some lowercase. And you can even play the game with either capital or lowercase letters. Make all your letters on the lollipops and make a whole variety of lollipops. Or maybe even one of the greatest ideas would be, Miss Erin has lots of these at Tiny Tots. Maybe you can have a lollipop for a treat, and when someone helps you with this game and they give you a word, if it starts with L, take a lick. If it doesn't, do not take a lick. And see how many licks it takes to finish this lollipop. And have a fun time this week working on the letter L. Bye for now.